Welcome to this video. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about obesity. Yes, you have heard it right. This is an ongoing and also an increasing problem in most of Indians' life. And do you know that the obesity rate, as per World Obesity Foundation, the obesity rate in adult is growing 5% per year, and in kids it has been seen that the kids obesity is actually growing 9.1% per year, and by the time 2035 it will reach an alarming rate. So in today's video I am going to discuss about children's obesity. And yes, this is currently this is a very big problem in and this is a growing problem in India. Mostly, if you see that in India, it was not a problem. But currently, as the disposable income of families are increasing, parents can afford giving kids junk food. So kids are becoming more interested in eating junk food. So you don't believe me, my elder daughter, she always comes and tell me that, "Mummy, you are the one who don't give me any junk food, and all my friends are eating junk food. They are even my teachers are eating Maggie." So I was very surprised to know. So yes, I know that there are few schools who don't allow kids to bring junk food, but there are many schools in India who don't say anything to the parents. And for parents, most of the parents, if both parents are working, for them maybe cooking something in the morning when kids are going to school, it's a problem. And that's how the eating junk food culture is now growing in India. So in today's video I'm going to discuss about four main areas. So stay tuned till end. I hope this video will be very useful for you. So what are the things I will discuss? The first thing I will discuss is causes of childhood obesity. The second thing I will discuss is effects of childhood obesity. The third thing I'll discuss is how you will recognize, how can you recognize that your child is going towards the obesity. And the fourth one I will discuss, the my favorite topic, that is the impact of obesity in the child's brain. So all four areas are very important. I hope you will find a lot of value. If you want to watch this video in a higher speed, you can you can set the speed to 1.25x or 1.5x. So let's start the topic. And if you are a health conscious parent, and if you feel that you are giving healthy balanced food to your child, please comment below that I promise or I give my child to healthy food. So let other parents also see that there are parents who are still who are still putting effort giving their food healthy, giving their kids healthy food. So the more they will know, the more people or the parents also will be motivated to give their kids more healthy option. How many of you agree that nowadays kids, whenever you go to restaurant, the kids will ask for more junk food than the cooked food in restaurant? Like in restaurants, there are idli, dosa, uttapam, Mughlai. The other cooked food are also available. There are obviously few cooked food also very deep fried. But nowadays kids loves more towards pizza, pasta, and burger, and cold drinks, and French fries. All are either deep fried, or it has high salt and sugar, or it's like a already frozen fruit. So we don't frozen food. So we don't know when it was actually made. So this is how our whole culture is actually copying Western. So when now in Western countries people are becoming aware and they are shifting towards healthy option, and the same time those companies who are selling those junk food, they are actually shifting to country like India. And parents who don't know, even without knowing that what is junk food and what is not, they are shifting even without not knowing, they are shifting towards the junk food. So before even starting that, the causes of childhood obesity, let me in very short, let me discuss about what is a junk food. So generally we feel that only pizza, pasta, those things are pizza, pasta, burger, chips, those things are only junk food, but it's not. In our house also, biscuit, chips, anything that comes into a packet which is already cooked are mostly junk food. Even your bread is also junk food, because we don't know when, I mean, we know when the bread is made, but whenever it comes into a packet, in a packet, and we keep it in a freeze for days, 2 3 days, that become an unhealthy option. So instead of bread, we can, if we can shift to the handmade chapati. But at the same time, I know that how difficult it is for a parent to convince a child that you can't eat junk food. But what we can do is telling them that this is what can happen if you eat junk food. So if all if they can eat in awareness, also I think that so suppose like, you can say that, I don't know, their kids, even if I tell them that this is not good, but they will only go with the taste, I can agree. But at the same time, you can set some rules. Like in my family, I have set a rule that Maggie will be only given once in a week maximum, for tiffin, and that too one packet to the two kids. So I give lot of fruits with little bit of Maggie, so that their Maggie days is also there, but it will be compensated by fruits. So that's how, like, I as a parent, I try to remain healthy and try to remain as much less possible for giving junk food. But that's your decision. You as a parent, it's your decision that how you can keep control, I mean, keep controlling, not giving the junk food to your kids. So now let's start that what are the causes of childhood obesity. First is dietary habits. So as I was mentioning that, recently the Indians have started eating more junk food. People are visiting other people's homes with a packet of donuts, or with a packet of maybe pizza or something, instead of visiting other people's house with a maybe packet of local sweets. So I'm not saying that local sweets are very healthy, but at least it's fresh. So you know when it is made. It will not be made one day before, because the shelf life of those local sweets are very less, and the preservative is not there, obviously. But these donuts, you don't know how much preservative is there. If you just see in a packet of donut, or in a packet of even biscuit or bread, how much preservative is mentioned, you will be surprised. And you can just Google about those preservative, whatever, emulsifier, preservative, stabilizer, those things are mentioned. So they will mention like that it's nothing, is very healthy. All the in all the packet of this cookies and these things, like I think this cornflakes, they will mention like it's most healthy food in the world. It's full rich in iron and these thing. But just check the ingredients before eating. That is what we can do as a parent, and for our eating habit also, that's what we should do. Check the ingredient instead of seeing the front side of the cover where they make false promises. See the back side of the cover, where they mention ingredient, where they mention the calorie value, how much sugar is it inside that packet, how much cholesterol is there for that amount of whatever chips or whatever fried item you are eating. So this is how, that's the dietary habits you can change. You can shift your food. Actually, in India, The food habit was pretty good. We used to eat in breakfast like roti, chapati roti, like poha, upma, these things which are very nutritious, which are very high in fiber. But now, recently, seeing the Western culture, most of the people have shifted from roti to bread, from poha to maybe cornflakes, and all the bad option nowadays we are choosing. So we have to shift from this to our ancient whatever we used to do. So how many of you can promise that you will shift your breakfast habit to our ancestors, to our what our parents used to eat, our grandparents used to eat? Can you do that? You will say, "Kid, I don't have time." So just see whether you can manage. You can maybe you can make the dough in the at the night itself and keep it in the fridge, and then just make the roti in the morning. Just try if it can be possible. So that's the effort. If we can make, I think it's worth putting the effort. The second thing is lack of physical activity. How many of you agree that nowadays our kids' physical activities are very less compared to in our days or maybe our parents' days? Obviously, because in our days there was TV, I guess, but it's not only Doordarshan was there in India, and we were not very eager to watch all those TV and those things. I mean, only few shows are there were there which we used to see. Maybe once or twice in a I mean every day maybe once max. That's for half an hour. That is what I remember was my TV watching time. And now kids are watching, I mean, more whatever they want to watch. They can just type in the YouTube or any other channel, and they can play game and whatnot. So their physical activity is very less compared to the earlier generation. So that is again another reason. The third reason is kind of genetic uh, factor. So some people have little problem, genetical problem, and instead of even if they have some good food habits, they are tend to more prone to gaining weight. So in that case, physical activity is very important for your child. And please just send your kids to some nearby park or some any activity center where they can play and they can involve in some physical activities. So the second thing is what are the health implications? So that's also very, very important. Like you will say, obviously we know that obesity is not good, but how it will impact in our child's life? So the first thing which generally comes is type 2 diabetes, because all those junk foods are very high in sugar, and so it actually creates a lot of, I mean, if in India, if you have read the newses and all, the type 2 diabetes rate is increasing very high. So that's one alarming factor for our kids. Second thing is also it affect into lower self-esteem. When a kid is seeing that he or she is growing, he's gaining weight, and the other kids are bullying used to happen in our days also, right? That something they are bullying and something they are saying mota or moti, something like that. So the kids actually tends to lose more self-esteem than if he or she has a good physique. So how many of you agree with that? So that's also another health implication, and so physical and mental both, I am saying. The second long-term consequences can be many cardiovascular problem. So their heart health is at risk if their weight is more. So that's also another health implications. And also socially and emotionally, they become more vulnerable. So because in the age of social media, we tend to always compare with others. We always, the kids, the teenagers are nowadays, they always take photos with filter. So they always try to be best. They always see how many likes I'm getting, how many followers I have, and they discuss those things in their school and colleges. So if they don't have that good body, they tend to lack this confidence. So that's also very important aspect, and that's why we as a parent also should take care of their health, I mean food habits. The next topic is, as I mentioned, that how you can recognize that your child is going towards obesity. The first is weight. Obviously, you should know the height of your child and just Google that what should be the perfect weight, and see whether it is crossing or going towards the higher range of that range. And second thing is obviously BMR, body mass, BMI, sorry, BMI, body mass index. So just that's again also height versus weight, some ratio. So along with that, check whether their BMI is high, low. I mean, it will not be low mostly, but how high is this? So generally, there is a BMI range. uh, Above this, if it goes, then only it is called I think obesity. So I think this is like more higher than 28 or 29 or something like that. So we have a range to measure that whether it is only higher weight, or it is going towards the obesity. Then the second thing is physical sign. So suppose your child is getting tired very easily after coming from school, or if he or she runs for some times, they are losing their breath. So these are the very signs you should monitor. You should see if your child is having those signs. Please take to doctor's help, and obviously if you can create a balanced diet for them very well, there are many apps nowadays you can take help, or you can take a dietitian helps to create their balanced diet plan. So please take care of their diet because it's very important. Third thing is behavioral aspect. So not only like I was saying, that not only physically they will change mentally also. Their confidence will be lower, their moods they will have a lot of mood swing. They will have some hormonal problem also. So do you know that how much, I mean, this thyroid problem is also growing for kids? It's very alarming. So all those hormonal problem now started in kids life also, which was never kind of situation in India. So that, and the last topic I was telling, the impact of uh, impact of this obesity in the brain. I'll take some water. So the impact is very, very I should say it's we should get worried. Because of the higher weight, our brain also cannot work properly. The chemical secretion, which also enhance our mood, it will not happen correctly if your body weight if your physical activity is less. Also the anxiety level will be very high if if a child is obese. Also the brain structure is actually different. If you compare brain structure of a obese child versus brain structure of a child who has normal weight, you can Google it, all these things, and you can be very surprised. And that's one of the actually reason to get worried. So don't take these things that okay, dekhenge अभी तो मेरा बच्चा ठीक ठाक वेट है. So weight is not only a parameter. That's why I made this video today. Other than weight, their mental changes, their body, how they are reacting, or whether they have mood swing, how much physical activity they have, how much they like to do physical activity, all those things also matters. Food is obviously main important thing, but along with the food, activity is also very important, and also this mental condition. Like the more they will eat junk food, the more they will be addicted to it, because we know that it has high salt and it actually control our brain. So keep kind of restrict. Sometimes we have to become little strict that yes, this should be your habit, and obviously create a kind of junk food date, that okay, this date only you are allowed to eat junk food. Other dates you have to eat home cooked food. And I think I mean, you can prepare the dough, you can cut the vegetable one day ahead so that you can cook in the morning before going to office. If you are a working woman, you can do something about it to help yourself and to help your child. So I think this video is helpful for you. Please share with your friends and family so that they can also get those values. And if you like the video, please share, subscribe, and like. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. And if you really want any help in health domain, as I'm also a life coach in health, and if you need direct help to reach your health goal, or reach the health goal of your child, please feel free to reach to me. There is a WhatsApp link mentioned in the description box. Please join the group. You can directly message me in that WhatsApp number, the admin number, and I'll be happy to help you, and I'll be happy to discuss with you how I can help you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.